Oh, y'all, it has been a hot minute. Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to another video. I am back. I didn't plan on being gone this long, but it's probably been maybe three or 4 weeks, I think, since I've posted anything. So I did want to get on here real quick and just kind of update you, let you know what's been going on, and let you know where I stand as far as getting back to filming and all that fun stuff. I'm so sorry that I have been MIA and haven't kept you updated, but I'm here, I'm doing well, and trying to get some kind of normalcy back into my routine. I have honestly been trying to quick do a video or get a post up for some time, and it's just been crazy. So first of all, I want to say, if you are new here, welcome. I see I have a lot of new friends, so welcome to you. And if you have been an ongoing friend of mine, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me during the last few weeks, as I've not had anything going up whatsoever. So just an update of what has been kind of going on. I mentioned in my I think the last video I did was a meal prep video, and I had mentioned that my husband and I were going to be going away on vacation for a couple weeks. So we did go on vacation for a couple weeks. A lot of you know we live in Florida. We drove actually up to New York, where I grew up. So I grew up in the Rochester, New York area, the outskirts though. I grew up in farm country. It was a small town called Avon. And I lived there from my birth until I was, till the summer before 9th grade. So I lived there, and then summer before 9th grade, we moved up north to a town called Messina, and that's where I met my husband. And then my husband and I eventually actually moved back down towards Avon, and then we moved to Florida 26 years ago. So we still love to go up to the Avon area and visit. We just love that area. It's just beautiful. It's, you know, farm country, and you definitely don't really see that too much in Florida. But it brings back so many memories, you know, playing on the farm, and I just love going back there to visit. So we ended up driving up there. We took 2 days to travel. It's probably maybe about 20 hours from where we are in Florida. So we went there, came back, and then of course we came back, I don't even remember. I think it was on the weekend. And then of course I was right back to work. So I had to get back to work that week. So I didn't really get any filming done because I was kind of busy at work. And then the next weekend we had our granddaughter's 2nd birthday party that we went to. So we had that. So I didn't get filming done then. And then right after her birthday party, that Monday, I ended up sick. And I was sick for a whole week. And luckily it wasn't the flu or anything bad like that. Just a really bad, I guess, like a upper respiratory infection. But I was laid out like on the couch all day Monday, all day Tuesday. So finally Wednesday I went to the doctor, and that's when they said, luckily it wasn't the flu or anything, but I was really sick, and they suggested that I take the rest of the week off and rest, get lots of fluids, all that stuff, and told me to get at least 48 hours rest. In the meantime, so that was Wednesday. In the meantime, that night, I get a call about 9 o'clock at night from my sister telling me that my 75-year-old mother was in a bad car accident and was on her way to the hospital. So I'm freaking out. I'm trying to call. I'm trying to text. She sent me a text. And so I'm trying to call, figure out what's going on. So I ended up jumping in the car, heading to the hospital, and then ended up staying there with my mom for the whole night while she was having tests done, having x-rays. Luckily, it was nothing too serious, thank God. She had some broken ribs and just lots of bruising, and she was hurting. She couldn't hardly move. She was hurting, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. So very thankful that she came through that okay. So I ended up getting her home that next morning, and then my sister came and relieved me so I could come home and get some sleep. So by the time I got home and got some sleep, I had been up for 30 hours. So the doctor told me get 48 hours of rest, and instead I ended up being up for 30 hours. So I finally started to feel better, and then I was just really, trying to focus on my mom. Between my sister and I, we were taking turns going over there because, she couldn't she couldn't get in my car and put the seatbelt on. Like I had to put the seatbelt on for her. She couldn't get up out of a chair. Like if she was leaning back, if she was sitting upright, she could stand up. But like if she was leaning back, she couldn't get up. So we were trying to take turns to stay with her, make sure that she was taken care of and getting to all her appointments. Her vehicle was totaled, so she didn't have a vehicle, which of course she couldn't drive anyway. And so just my focus was there and, you know, just trying to make sure that she was okay. So she's actually doing better now. She just got a car, so she should be driving here pretty soon. But yeah, it was definitely scary. Definitely very scary. My mother is a very young 75-year-old. She gets around real well. She just doesn't slow down. And so seeing her not on her feet like that was real. It was hard. It was definitely hard, but she's doing better, thank God. So I thought, okay, I'll get back to some filming, but at the same time, I've been really busy at work. I have a 2-day conference out of town that I have to travel to soon, upcoming, that I'm going to be speaking at for 2 different days. I have 2 different speaking engagements that I have to do. So I've been really trying to prepare for that, get my PowerPoints together for that. And so things have just been absolutely crazy. And unfortunately, I've had to put my channel on hold. So if you're new here, YouTube is not my job. It's a hobby that I do in my free time. I hate when I can't film though. I hate when I'm away from you all. I mean, we really have built a wonderful family here. And so I hate when I'm not on here talking to you, but I have to do what I have to do. I am definitely looking forward to getting back on track. I have not, honestly, I haven't tracked at all. I have not really paid attention. I didn't do too bad when we went on vacation. I was doing a lot of movement. The house that we had rented on the lake was 3 stories, and the stairs were like really high stairs. So I was getting like 25 to 30 flights of stairs on my Fitbit each day. So that definitely helped. And I really didn't, I mean, we didn't go overboard. Even like the traveling, I always worry about when my husband and I travel, you know, because you're stopping to eat so much. But we did like Subway and just kind of really tried to at least be mindful of what we were, you know, what we were eating. But at the same time, we were having cookouts with our family. We had a family reunion. And of course, in New York, there's like a big thing. Salt potatoes are a big thing. You have like a clam bake with salt potatoes. Unfortunately, they didn't have any clams, but we had salt potatoes, and then we celebrated a birthday and had birthday cake. So we just had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. We had fires at night with s'mores, but for the most part, didn't go overboard. But I honestly, since we've been back, I have not had a chance to go and do any grocery shopping. I've been just kind of like stopping at the farmer's market and getting a few things. I did a Home Chef delivery one week. So we've just been trying to just make the best of what we have. I have not gotten on the scale. Y'all know how I feel about the scale. I'm not really focused on weight loss anymore, as to just more being mindful and just trying to make it be about health, which, by the way, I did have a doctor's appointment right before I went to, gosh, was it before I went? Yes, had a doctor's appointment before I went on vacation. And for the first time, all my labs were excellent. All, like my cholesterol, no medication for cholesterol. My cholesterol used to be borderline. My A1C used to be borderline. My glucose used to be up there over 100. Everything was down. I'm on no medication. My doctor is wonderful. She is more pro intuitive eating. She does not like the word diet. And as far as she's concerned, you can throw that scale away that everybody gets on when they walk in the door. She said she just doesn't agree with that, because she sees so many people. Like, she has some people, she says, that are elderly and maybe overweight, but all their numbers are good. And then she has some who you would look at them and think, oh, they're healthy, based on judging by their size because they're thin. And she says that they have, you know, crazy like glucose and cholesterol issues and all this stuff. So she really feels like I'm doing well. I did tell her that I still want to lose weight. And she said that, you know, of course, she wants me to do what I want to do. She wants me to be happy. But as far as what she's concerned with, everything looks great and I'm healthy. But I can definitely tell that I have gained in the last month. If I'm going to guess, I'm going to say probably at least 5 pounds. I can just feel it. But I'm not beating myself up about it. I you know, years ago I would be like, oh my gosh, and really stressed like about going on vacation and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna have gained weight. And that's not the case. Like I still love who I am inside, and I'm trying to learn to love who I am on the outside as much as on the inside. And that is sometimes hard, especially, you know, just like the way society is. So I'm still working on that. With all that being said, I really want to get back to tracking and do some weight loss. I really want to get back to what I was starting to do before, which was do like, I don't know what they call it, if it's maintenance cycling or something, like where I'm put it in weight loss mode for maybe 3 months and then I go into like a maintenance phase for a month or two just to kind of adjust my body. It's not a race for me. I'm not in any race to lose all my weight. Just whatever will come off will come off. I definitely need to improve my movement. When we went on vacation, I did okay, but since we've been home, especially just with being sick and with taking care of my mom and everything, I just definitely have not been getting my movement in. So I'm gonna be working on that. Definitely want to get back to tracking in the Weight Watchers app. I still have my Fitness Pal, which I usually just use that though for the days like that I'm doing my what I eat in a day videos, just because I know a lot of you track calories and not Weight Watchers. So that's just the way that I share that. But for the most part, I would say that I am definitely more Weight Watchers than I am counting macros and calories at this point. So my plans are to get some filming done. I need to do a grocery haul. I'm probably going to do a big Aldi haul. So I'm thinking that will be the next video, and then either what I eat in a day or meal prep. We're going to have our grandchildren this coming up weekend. So not really sure what I'll get in. I know I have a lot of new friends out there. So like I said, welcome. But new friends and friends that I've already had on here for a while, I'm really curious where everybody is right now as far as Weight Watchers, counting calories, counting macros, intuitive eating. What is it that you're all doing? So you all know my channel, I don't like to be any one specific thing. I honestly just like to share recipes. I like to share food with you, give you ideas of meal prep. The whole point of my channel is not to say, here, this is how you should eat, because we are all so different and we have to figure out what works for us. I was getting ready to say I'm 51 years old and blah, 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 like I do, but I actually had a birthday and I'm 52 now. But I'm just curious how many people are doing Weight Watchers versus everything else. I know some of you out there do keto, some do low carb. So I'm just curious to see where we are right now with everybody and how diverse of a community we have. But I want to say thank you to all of you for sticking with me during these last few weeks. Some of you have reached out, you know, making sure I'm okay. I appreciate that so much. I would never just drop off and leave you. I promise you, if I ever get to a point where I just can't keep up with the channel anymore, because it is just me, I promise I would get on here and let you know. But that is not my intention. Just always know that sometimes there's going to be times like this because of the fact that I've just got so much going on outside of YouTube that it just kind of takes me away for a little bit. So this actually ended up being a little longer than I planned. I was just going to let you know where I've been and what my plans are for like filming in the next couple weeks. But you know me, I get talking and that's just the way it goes. I don't have a script that I follow. I just kind of get talking. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and I will see you in my next one.